you open yourself to acceptance. The results that can be so infectious, catapult and you see the projection. You just gotta know.
Okie dokie, hello. So sun gazing. I was gonna do this. I did do this outside. I actually recorded it outside, but it was way too windy and you couldn't hear me properly. So I'm gonna do it inside now. Unfortunately, there is kind of stuff sounding outside, so it's better than the one that I recorded outside. Anyway, sun gazing. 8 steps to get to sun gazing. I'm gonna explain why you should sun gaze first as well, and then I'll explain the steps and why you should do the steps. Okay. So the reason why you should do sun gazing is because it stimulates your pineal gland. Okay? Sorry, I keep moving around. It stimulates your pineal gland. That's just one reason. Okay? It helps increase your serotonin and melatonin levels, regulate your serotonin and melatonin levels. So if you're regulating your serotonin and melatonin levels properly, you can sleep better. You've got more energy in the day, and you've just got more energy overall. Sun gazing also helps open up your chakra portals. Obviously, it's stimulating your pineal gland. Closed eye is going to stimulate your pineal gland. Open eye is going to do a double stimulation on your pineal gland. Okay, because they're connected. Okay, I'll probably put an image up as well that shows you that they're connected. A sun gazing image, if I can find it. Okay, so that's why you should start sun gazing. So, first step is stargazing. Okay, semi-obvious. The sun is a star. Okay, so when you're looking at a sun at a further distance away, it's not going to be as straining on your eyes. Now, these first 4 steps are actually going to be for people that kind of really hate light, really struggle with light. I met a guy at my last workplace that, like, he couldn't look at the sun, like sunlight, just it being bright in the day. He was like, I hate the sun, man. I hate it. But that's just because he used to weld all the time. If you've used computer use for ages and you never wear glasses, if your eyes are bad, these first 4 steps will be for you. If not, I would suggest watching the first 4 steps anyway, because you can still do these while doing the other 4 steps. So yeah, first 4. First one, stargazing. Get out at night time. Try to find somewhere that's not got a lot of clouds or air pollution, and look at the stars. If there's no stars, try to find the moon. That's the second one. Moon gazing. When you see the moon, it's just refracted sunlight. Okay, so this is why you can use moon gazing as a step to get to sun gazing, if your eyes are bad. Okay. Number 3 is candle gazing. Now, there's a reason why candles are used in magical rituals. My next video is going to be habitual rituals. I'll explain on the video. Candle gazing, anyway. It stimulates the pineal gland exactly like the sun. Think of the sun like a big ball of fire. So when you use actual fire, it does the same thing. Okay? So candle gazing, small flame, not a big flame, just a small flame to start with. So that's number 3. You can combine all the first 4 together, to be honest. You can combine the first 4 together. Maybe not the 4th one, because the 4th one's a bigger fire. So yeah, number 4, a bigger fire. It's like a bonfire, a campfire at the back, in your garden maybe. Staring at that for like 15 minutes while it's on fire, or half hour or something. It's going to give you the same effect as sun gazing, but obviously not as potent. You're not taking it from source. Okay? So that is the first 4. Next 4. Number 5 is closed eye sun gazing at sunset and sunrise. Closed eye. So what I mean by closed eyes, you close your eyes and you let it stimulate your pineal gland. Okay? At sunrise and sunset, so the sun is less potent. Okay? The reason you want it to be less potent is because it's not going to strain your eyes as much. Now, because we're not used to the sun, because we've been taught not to look at the sun, we've stopped doing it. And now we can't really look towards the sun. I can look at the sun directly at sunrise and sunset, and a little bit after it gets going up a bit more. But when it's at high noon, nope. I would not recommend looking at the sun at high noon, unless you've been doing this for years. Okay, unless you know what you're doing and you're comfortable doing that. Do not go out and just look at the sun and be like, my eyes. I told you don't look at it at high noon. Anyway, again, step 5, closed eye sun gazing at sunrise and sunset. Step 6, before and after high noon. Okay, so what I mean by high noon, around 11:30 and about 3:30 in the day. Do not stare directly at the sun. Actually, go depending on where you're at in the planet as well. So if it's up high, don't look at it. Once it starts coming down and you don't have to look up at it, then you can start looking at it. It's less potent then. Okay, so that's step 6. So after high noon. Okay, in between that area of time, 11:30, well, 11 to 4 p.m. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. After that, the sun's going to get less potent, okay? You can give or take it in a couple of hours. All right, number 7, open eye, sunrise and sunset. Okay, staring at the sun with your eyes open at sunrise and sunset. Okay, this is number 7. Again, I'll put a picture up as to why, showing you how it's stimulating both. So it's going, you're getting energy through here, taking it in here. Again, well, I didn't mention this already actually. Might as well mention it in number 7. Brown eyes have a higher potency of absorbing source light. Okay. I think we've heard of melanin before. Everyone is melanated. I don't care whether you're light skinned or dark skinned, you're melanated. Whether you've got blue eyes or brown eyes, they're melanated. It's called pheomelanin and new melanin. 2 types of melanin within melanin. Blonde people, blonde hair is melanated, brown hair is melanated, red hair is melanated. Just going to put that out there quickly before we start talking about how you can absorb more source code, essentially. But yes, highly melanated people have more attached to source, but there is different sources of sunlight in the universe. I'm not going to go too deep on how different beings draw light codes from different systems, because that's another video. Anyway, number 8 is open eye sun gazing afternoon, after and before high noon. Okay, so after sunrise, once you started doing sunrise and sunset gazing for about a month, you can probably start to notice that I could stay here for a bit longer and look at it. Okay. After that, again, it depends where you're at and how long it takes, but you could potentially start looking at it at high noon. Again, don't just go out and look at it at high noon. You need to take the necessary steps, baby steps first. You could pretty much do like a month of each step, and within like a year, you're fully sun gazing. Okay. But yeah, that is sun gazing. I'm not going to go into crazy detail about like why you should do sun gazing, the science behind sun gazing. I might link like a little video to someone else's channel that tells you like the science behind sun gazing. But I'm just going to tell you the steps to take to get to sun gazing. If you, for example, if you really hate sunlight, you're not sure where to start, you're not sure whether to just go out and look at the sun, whether to close your eyes, whether to do it early in the day or at night, which is better, which is not better. All these steps will help you get there. Okay, so start with the first 4. Okay, recommend starting with the first 4 anyway, and then start with the closed eyes, sunrise and sunset. Okay, but yeah, hope that helped. If you enjoyed, like, comment and subscribe, and if you found it informative, drop a comment. Okay, let me know what you thought about it.